This book is the Nuremberg Chronicle, and this book tells the story, the creation of man, because they all believed in creation, up to the 14th century. It's probably the first printed history of the world. And so we have all the illustrations in woodcut. This had to be carved into a piece of wood, a block of wood. And not just carved as we see it, but it had to be carved in reverse. And so as we begin the book, there's some really wonderful, here's God creating the world, you know. This simple illustration of the hand of God starting to create the world. And then the first man, the creation of Adam, coming out of a ball of mud. And here, this is one of my most favorite illustrations. This is the creation of Eve, out of the rib of Adam, coming right out of the body. And so the book then continues on. It's explaining the world as it was in those times, right up to the time of printing. This book, of course, was borrowed by the University of Saskatchewan, and they digitized every page. We pick it up when it became the property of an architect in Vancouver by the name of Gardner. He purchased it from a German refugee. Mr. Gardner had it in Vancouver for many, many years. Father Murray knew of it, and Father Henry Carr, a great, great friend of Father Murray's, whose stained glass window is in the church. And Father Henry Carr got word that Mr. Gardner would be willing to sell. So they put the price on it. Father Carr must have been quite a mediator between the two, because Mr. Gardner eventually decided to sell it to Father Murray for his collection. So he said, ask Mr. Gardner to give me a month and I'll raise the money. And what he did was he cut down on his cigarettes. Everywhere Father Murray went, people would give him $1 or $5 or whatever they could do to help. And in about 3.5 weeks, he told Father Carr, let Mr. Gardner know I have the $600. So Father Carr made the arrangement. But then, a strange thing happened. One of his students from the Congo, I think it was, became terribly, terribly homesick, to the point where he was physically ill and needed, in the worst way, to go home. So Father Murray's great prize, his book, got shelved, and he used the $600 to send this young student back to Africa. When the students heard of this, the students and their parents made a collection. Father Murray was unaware of this. They made a collection. They bought the book through Father Carr, and when they arrived in Wilcox to present the book to Father Murray, and I'm told by eyewitnesses that's one of the first times they ever saw him cry since World War II.